Hi, this is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. I'm going to show you how to make this mysterious overlapping shadow text and add a reflection. Create a new document by pressing Ctrl-N on Windows or Command-N on a Mac. I'll make it size 1550 by 870 pixels with a resolution of 150 pixels per inch. I want the background contents to be black, and since black is my background color, I'll click Background Color and click OK. Open your horizontal type tool and pick a thick, heavy font. I'm using a font called Baby Teeth. If you'd like to use it, I provided its link in the video description or project files. I'll choose a size of 175 points. You may want to choose a larger or smaller point size depending on the amount of characters in your word. Choose Sharp, Center Alignment, and White for the color. Go to View and make sure Snap is not checked. Go to the right middle of your screen and type the first letter of your word. We'll make copies of the character. The amount of copies depends on the number of characters in your word. For example, the word I'll be using is shadow. There are 6 letters in shadow, and since the first letter is already typed out, I'll make 5 copies for a total of 6 layers. I'll click the T and press Ctrl or Command J 5 times. Click the T of the bottom text layer to make it active. Go to the character and press and hold Shift as you drag it all the way to the left. Pressing Shift keeps it aligned to the other characters. Click on the next layer above it, go to the character on the right, and as before, press and hold Shift as you drag it across. Repeat these steps for each layer. Double-click on the name of the top layer and type in the last character of your word. Double-click on the second layer and type in the second to the last character. Continue to rename each layer so your word is spelled in reverse. Click on the T of the bottom text layer to make the layer active. Click on the FX icon and click Gradient Overlay. The blend mode is normal, the opacity is 100%, and the style is linear. Click the gradient bar and click the black to white thumbnail, then click OK. Make the angle 180 degrees and click OK. To duplicate the effect to the other characters, press and hold Alt on Windows or Option on a Mac as you drag the FX icon to each layer. Double-click on the T of the top layer to highlight the character and type the last character or letter of your word. Double-click on the T of the next character and type in the second to the last character of your word. Continue to double-click on each layer and type in its corresponding character. Next, we'll adjust the spacing or the kerning of the characters. Make sure your second character is active and open your Move tool. Press your left arrow key on your keyboard to slide it to the left. We'll slide the third character to the left by making its layer active and pressing the left arrow key. Continue to kern each one until you're happy with the amount of overlap. Next, we'll add a reflection. First, let's group all the text layers into a folder. To do this, scroll down and shift-click on the bottom text layer to highlight it and all the layers above it. Then press Ctrl or Command G. Now drag your text to the center of your document. Make a copy of the folder and drag it below the original folder. Name it Reflection and name the top folder Text. Make the reflection folder active. Go to Edit, Transform, and Flip Vertical. Press and hold Shift as you drag the copy down until the edges touch. Reduce the opacity to 25%. Click on the Layer Mask icon to make a layer mask next to the reflection folder. Make sure your gradient icon is on and your linear gradient is chosen. Click the gradient bar and the lower left stop. Click the color box and type in 333 to pick a 20% gray. Then click OK on both windows. Go to the bottom of the shadow and press and hold Shift as you drag up the gradient line to the top of the shadow. Next, we'll add another word in a different but complementary font. Make the top layer active. Open your horizontal type tool and choose a font. I'm using an ultra-thin condensed font called Nova Light Ultra SSI. If you'd like to use it, I provided its link as well. I'll make the size 53 points. Type out your text. To center it over your other word, click on your Move tool and press Ctrl or Command A, and then press the Align Horizontal Centers icon. To delete the selection, press Ctrl or Command D. I'd like to slide the word down a bit, so I'll press the down arrow on my keyboard. The last step is to add a linear gradient to the word. Click the Layer Mask icon to make a layer mask next to the top word. Press G on your keyboard to open the gradient tool, and press and hold Shift as you drag up the gradient line to the top of the word. This is Marty from Blue Lightning TV. Thanks for watching.